Welcome back to Know What's Going On in Your Schools. Today we're going to talk about critical race theory, and it begins with the notion that racism is normal in American society and argues against the slow pace of racial reforms in the United States. It employs storytelling, critiques and liberalism, and argues that whites have been the primary beneficiaries of the civil rights legislation. It's a branch off of critical legal studies, which challenges the notion that the civil rights struggle represents a long, steady march towards social transformation. Most of us first encountered the critical race theory when Leni Guinier became a casualty of the Clinton administration. Remember her? She was ridiculed for advocating un-American ideas. Those ideas were that in situations where racial groups are a clear minority, the only possibility for an equitable chance of social benefits and fair political representation is that the minority group vote to count for more than their actual numbers. This was Guinier's response to favor that the politically underrepresented African Americans in our country. In regards to critical race theory as it relates to curriculum, Oz Swartz in 1992 contends that our curriculum is designed to be maintained by white supremacists. The dominant white male upper class are the standard knowledge that we need to know. All other perspectives are omitted unless they can disempower the misrepresented people. In other words, African American voices are muted when they challenge dominant culture, authority, and power. Remember, in elementary school, when we were taught that we were all immigrants that came through Ellis Island and overcame the odds to achieve the American dream? Well, what if I told you that that was just a way of instilling guilt in African Americans and some other minority groups? That they are just like every other group, but just haven't managed to thrive in our world today. And what about the instructional strategies that we've seen in our schools? Do we have at-risk students, or are we just trying to control African Americans? Furthermore, our instruction does not account for race. So when the white upper-class male administrator hires a white middle-class male teacher to teach the African American lower-class female student, and she doesn't achieve desired results, the student is found to be lacking, not the technique. Let's look closely at the popular Buffalo Model Desegregation Program. Upon implementation of the program, African American students tested worse and were suspended, expelled, and dropped out at higher rates. Yet, the program was widely regarded as a success. Why is this? Because whites could take advantage of the magnet school programs and the free extended child care. So it seems like what makes a desegregation program successful is if the non-segregated group can prosper from what is afforded to the segregated group. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for stopping by.